dice la maracucha. Marian Canals.
Marian Canals.
Marian
Yes.
Canales.
No Canales, it's Canals.
Just one canal.
Oh, canal.
It's just LS.
Marian Canals. How do you spell it?
Canals.
Canals. Marian
Live and
Canals.
direct here in the Nightlife Entrepreneur Podcast, which, hey, I didn't give that intro for the first one. I like the dance.
There you go.
But here we are.
As we start every week, our handles, the Nightlife Entrepreneur on Instagram. You can also find me at LMG Miami.
And you can find me at Ico Taps Beer. And you could also find me at Doral Food and Wine Festival. Tickets go on pre-sale August 1st. Remember, you're going to be able to go to La Misma Gente's website. Yes. He doesn't even know it yet, but you're going to get an amazing deal through La Misma Gente. And we have our special guest right here who's going to tell you how to get in contact with us.
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram, you can find me at Marian Kokko, Kokkon, Instagram.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, so
best mixologist ever.
Marian is a bartender / mixologist. I don't know if you have any other slashes you want.
I have like a lot of slashes, but I don't want to tell you.
Yeah.
You don't deserve that.
Don't get slashed in this program, okay? Be careful.
So
that I can show that in my Instagram. You can look for that in my Instagram.
Okay, there you go.
All those slashes.
All right, so you guys find her. And remember, you can find us also on iTunes, on Spotify, on Podomatic, on YouTube, on Facebook, Netflix. All over the place. So the reason Marian is here is because we're going to talk a little bit about bartending and the difference between bartending and being a mixologist.
Are you a bartender or a mixologist?
Both.
Oh, she's both.
So there is a difference.
She's a barsologist.
That's the first thing we can talk about. The fact that there is a difference. Most people don't know that there's a difference between a bartender and a mixologist.
And it's very controversial right now.
Because I didn't know you could be both.
Of course you can be both.
What you say? It's controversial.
That would be the best match.
Okay.
As you as an owner of a restaurant or at a club, working as a day or night life, and that will be the best match of the bartender that you can hire. So a bartender will make drinks. A bartender will make drinks that we used to learn in a book.
Okay.
A bartender will make your night.
Okay, exactly.
The bartender will make your night unforgettable.
Oh.
The mixology will make your drink unforgettable.
There you go.
Drink.
Yes.
That sounded like a line from a book already.
No, that was good.
Yes.
Listen, I like your poetry.
Right, so the bartender will make your night unforgettable. And your
that doesn't mean
will make your drink unforgettable.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that the bartender doesn't know how to make a good drink.
Right.
Make a good drink.
Yeah.
But most of the bartenders just focus on the, let's say they're working or we're working in a
fast service
or whatever.
Nightclub.
We have signature drinks of the place, and we use what we have to know, like regular drinks, like margaritas. The main thing, like Long Island,
whiskey sour,
Madras,
kamikaze,
everything.
Maranana.
Yes, exactly.
Which in the nightlife is actually a big percentage of the sales in the end, right?
Well, in the nightlife, you're just gonna get common things like but
like Long Island iced tea.
Of course, and
that's even the complicated ones.
Kamikaze?
Is like
kamikaze.
Wait in the real nightlife, they don't ask for that.
Oh, they don't?
No, they don't. Imagine if you ask for a service, you're gonna make a kamikaze on the table?
No.
Never.
Right. No.
Yeah, because people are getting a lot of table service. They're getting bottles of vodka, bottles of
I asked
table,
for Cusqueño.
Bartenders, okay. Oh no, that's even better.
Yes.
You just hop in the seat.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but if you...
Hey, do mixologists work with beer?
Yeah, now they do.
Of course.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't know that. See, because in my side of the industry, I'm always working with a lot of bartenders, very little with mixologists. Because usually I see a mixologist at a restaurant bar, at a hotel lobby kind of bar, and at upscale atmosphere. I'm sorry to say, my atmosphere is not upscale.
No, but
It's party, it's a lot of
I know.
dancing.
And-
Upscale crowd, but not upscale as in let's sit down.
By the way,
zip some wine and have a cigar kind
Yeah.
of thing. You know what I mean?
and we all know Julio Mario. He's just like, pass me the aguardiente bottle, and that's it.
yeah, like with me, you're not gonna need a mixologist for that aguardiente. You know, like the minute they say mix it with something.
You're as a guest.
Hey, even
Exactly.
though,
No, but remember,
even though there's
you will need-
mixology now with aguardiente, and it's
sure.
interesting because I know that aguardiente ambassadors, brand ambassadors,
Right.
they struggle with the fact that aguardiente should just be drank straight
Neat.
up,
Please,
Neat.
you should.
Yeah.
which is called neat.
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 Oh, we're gonna learn a
Okay.
lot of cool terminology.
Terminology.
You know,
There
like
you
on the rocks.
And that's the point. There is a lot of terminologies that just mixologists knows, and sometimes bartenders doesn't know.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that they don't have the knowledge of everything.
Right.
But
they just don't use it every day.
exactly.
That kind of
But if it's a good bartender, so you have to learn a lot, like at least 80 or more drinks
Right.
already.
Hey, excuse me, Turner. Like, is neat with ice or no ice?
It's not no ice.
No ice.
No ice
Neat.
and no chill.
So when you say, hey,
Because
Ice is
ice
nothing.
would
It's just
mean
like-
on the rocks. Ice would be on the
ice would
rocks,
be on the rocks.
right? Ice would be on the rocks.
Yes.
Or is there
and
another way to put
chill?
those?
And chill will be like cool, but no
ice.
ice.
No ice, right? So that
And
you
neat
put the,
will be just liquor in the sea.
liquor
So
alone.
people who likes a very good rum, or sometimes very like a lot of expensive,
Very expensive.
expensive bourbons
Okay.
Right.
or single malts, they prefer to do that neat.
right? Yeah, because you're not losing,
Heat it up, people.
its flavor or it's whatever.
Yeah, you don't want it to lose its.
It's expensive for a reason, and that's
Sure.
that's why people want them neat and whatnot. So yeah, so probably if somebody's asking for a drink neat, it's probably somebody that actually understands what they're drinking.
Yeah, that's true.
There's people here in Miami and in the United States is very interesting about drinks, because as a mixologist, you discover people when you're working behind the bar, you don't even imagine how you can. You don't even know that you're expecting people who ask you for. To have a conversation, let's say for, okay, Marian, this is the difference between a bartender and a mixologist. They can
Right.
talk to you about the difference, about the single malts and the scotch,
Right.
about these and the mezcals and tequilas.
That would be
Of course,
the
about
mixologist.
100% agave.
Mixologist
Yes,
knows
a
the
mixologist.
brand.
And as a bartender, maybe you were talking about your personal life.
got
Okay, you can go over here. See, yes, Miami. Yes, you want salsa. You want techno
Right.
music. You want this. Yeah, you can go over there. No, this is the best restaurant.
So
Yes.
they both need to have conversations and be able to be socialized with the crowd. Now the bartender has more of a personal kind of vibe kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mixologist is more on a professional kind of level, talking more about the drink and
And
it's
sometimes,
education.
sometimes mixologists cannot handle the conversation that the bartender can handle with the customer.
probably right.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
they're very
And that's a plus. And that's a plus.
Is it
for the
because
bartender.
is it because it gets too personal?
Is it because of there are like specialization in the
Product.
cocktail in the product?
exactly.
So
Okay.
well, if you have both roles
Right.
behind the bar, so you're gonna rock in the place.
You're gonna make a lot of money.
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Three
have a
things.
personal talk with a client, and at the same time, you can talk.
If you have both things, it's like when a guest come to you and he says, "Oh, I want something like this. I used to drink just gin, but I want something like citrus, not than this and that." You just
It's like
got
me
that.
and Julio.
You just
People
get
say,
that.
with me and Julio, people go to the party and they know that we're party. They're gonna, when they say, "Hey, what are we gonna drink tonight?" Julio says, "Yo, Ico, take care of them." And then I talk to them about their drink. Hey, listen, you're gonna drink Muscania because they're the ones that are kind of sponsoring us tonight, right? It's kind of like that.
And I'll just dance with it.
That always be depends of the place.
Oh,
Right.
No, some place as you're working as a mixologist or a bartending, just want you to offer what is in the list. just this is our signature cocktails, and we offer the regular cocktails of the.
So
the
normally
United States.
you were saying when a mixologist is making a drink, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a drink that's in the menu. You're probably coming up with something new just specifically for that client, or is it something that you already know that works?
Or he can. Most of the mixologists, if they are because for you to be a mixologist, you have to be you need to have a very deep knowledge of
the product.
Yeah, the ethics of the liquor.
So it's
of
kind of like the
everything.
difference between a cook and a chef.
You can exactly. It's like that. It's like the chef of the bar.
Right.
It's the chef of the bar.
Usually bartenders will be making drinks that the mixologist pre-prepared.
Everything is already right.
What bar makes more money? Because I think a bar, right? A bar owner, he just wants the money. So hey, not too much talking. Just get the product out. Right?
If you would, let's say you have the owner of the bar,
right?
You wish to have a bartender who knows how to work in both roles, how to handle both roles.
A mixologist wouldn't.
Of course, there are a lot of mixologists who they know how to handle and how to keep that looking and the customer, the guest, and how do you want to.
I guess through education, a customer behind, the customer could feel really good about, wow, this bartender really knows, his scotch, right? And I'm drinking scotch, and well, thank you for the education, and could actually make me purchase a more expensive one based on that knowledge, right?
Yes.
Is that the way it's worked, or?
It is, but sometimes remember, sometimes let's say I get guests from Mexico.
Okay.
Of course, all of them know about tequilas.
Okay.
And that's not our strong team, no? But some of them, they talk about mezcals like they was born living in that. Yes.
Okay.
So
mezcal is now trending.
It's now trending in here.
Over tequila.
Of course. And in Miami, we have people from all everywhere and different cultures. Yes, like in Venezuela and other countries, let's say 2 years ago they win the third place or second place as the best rum in the world, and this and that, and sometimes you receive people that they're talking with you about interest, a lot of important stuff that you don't know. Maybe you don't know, and maybe the bartender doesn't know, and it's very. It makes you shy when you don't know. Yes.
How do you even know if it's bullshit or not?
Yeah. No, and is it cool as a bartender to just be like, oh wow, that's cool, you learn it, or no, that's kind of like you don't want to.
You have to handle that as a good bartender. Even if it's not a mixologist, you have to handle that, like the bad things. Like I can tell you the bad things and nightclubs, whatever. We are like working very fast, and there is always some girl or guy who came over there and told, can I get something sweet, but not that sweet, but citrus, but not that citrus, and your mind, you're like, in your mind, you're like, okay, can I have some water, maybe?
I have a secret.
Yeah, like that, but you have to answer there. Okay, I got you. Yes, I have something that is not too sweet and it's not too citrus and it's too nothing, and you gave her something, and
what do you do?
Just because she saw you like happy, she was like, "Oh my God, this is so good."
That's what I wanted. That's
Thank
what
you.
it is.
Okay, and you sell it, and that's your money.
I would be like the worst bartender, because if somebody was to ask me that, I would just say,
that makes no sense.
I have the best thing for you. I have the best drink right here. Cusqueña. Sweet and sour and everything you want.
Which by the way, bartenders versus mixologists, I think. I don't know if mixologists have to do that too. But when you're a bartender, and from the club side, management will usually come to the bartenders and say, we need to get rid of this, get rid of that. So there's some things that you're gonna push for. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's another conversation. That you have to talk about that with the bar managers.
With managers, right?
Yeah.
Of course, which we will have one.
They'll let you know.
Which they'll let you know what you have to do. Listen, okay, we did this cocktail, so you're gonna use this beer or this and this and that for this week, and we have this special, and it's not. It doesn't mean that the drink is not good, but you have to impose.
Right, but bartender, when you're working as a bartender, and the manager or bar manager comes to you and says, I need to push this product and this product right before the night. Do you really concentrate on that, or do you not give a shit?
He never is gonna tell you that.
Okay.
That's his job, not our. We just receive orders. Yeah, we just follow the rules. We just if he or her tell us, oh, this will be the special for this week or for this month. So you're gonna use this backup, whatever, to do the Moscow Mule. Right. All the Moscow Mule this week will be with this. Right. And the ginger beer that you're gonna use will be not this one, this brand.
That was Moscow Mule in Portuguese.
Yeah. I was figure it out.
He's translating over there.
I'm just trying to get the name
No way que sea en España, la mula de Moscú.
Hey, la mula de Moscú. I love it. Listen, that's a great drink, by the way. Oh, la mula de Moscú. So what about, for those listeners and viewers, if they're thinking like, hey, I want to be a bartender or I want to be a mixologist, could you explain where that person
begins? Where does it start?
Where do they begin?
Well, first of all, my recommendation is do the proper course.
Okay.
Right? Bartending course, the regular one.
Is there a mixology course?
No.
So start.
They teach you a lot of stuff, like, because as a mixologist, you have to know is not just be creative person.
Okay.
No, you have to know about ounce. I know stuff. Yeah, I know proof. I know you don't wanna mix 5 different liquors with the 40% proof. It depends. It will be. It depends on the quantity and everything.
The alcohol for that drink to be safe.
Exactly.
It's like science class, but you don't want the kaboom.
Yeah.
No.
It's the opposite. You want to make something nice.
People think like bartending and mixology, it is so like, of course, she's just kind of serving them drink.
Yes.
He's just a bartender, and he's just this and that. No, but it has also math.
Right.
Oh.
Of course, it has math. I'm not gonna tell you, you know what? Come to my house. I have vodka, gin, tequila, and this, and I mix everything, and and next day you'll be like that.
Oh my God!
No, everything has a rule.
Right.
Everything has a rule, and into that rules you can create.
Got it.
But into the rest.
Hey, but how many times have you gone to a bar and said to a bartender or a mixologist, not knowing who they are, said something like that, like, you know what, I want something sweet, but a little citrusy, but I don't want it to be too much.
Oh my God,
that or that.
yes.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, no, I hear that all the time.
Right.
I can tell how many things happens. Like, I want a margarita, but not with tequila. No. I want just 7% with vodka and no lime and not this and not that. So that's not even her. Okay, just tell me, what do you want?
Question: if they request a very nasty drink, do you make it even if it's nasty? Like even if it's not making sense?
What is nasty?
I don't know.
To you?
I don't know. They say like, let me get this with that and this, and the drink they're requesting doesn't make sense. Do you still?
I mean, there was drinks back in the day. I remember, like Mongolian motherfucker. That thing was like 7 different.
That it was for me nasty or something like.
Yeah. Do you make
undrink it? Is
anything blue, man.
Past years ago, yes, it was Incredible Hulk.
Right.
That was hypnotic with Hennessy.
Yeah.
And for me, that was undrink it, like never.
But it was going like this.
Yes.
Everybody wanted to be there.
It was a happy
It depends the kind of party that you're gonna have. So
That's
3 M's in both roles. As a bartender, 3 M's for me.
Okay.
For me, that's my personal opinion.
Okay.
So make them happy.
Make them happy.
Okay.
Make them come back.
Come back.
Make them come back.
And it's the way you will make your money.
There you
And make your money.
go. Make them
That's
happy,
it.
make them come back, and that's how you make your money.
Of
3
course.
M's.
Make the magic.
3 M's for
Make the
Marian.
magic.
Make the magic. There you go. So you got
Make-
4 M's.
Now
Exactly,
we got
4
4,
M's.
and we could
That's
throw
where you
another
get.
M in
See,
there.
that's
if
why
you
she
want,
says
but
there's math.
There's
behind this
math,
whole thing.
yes.
math also. So
There's the magic is there.
magic
of course.
and math, you know.
All right, so we already know that there's a big difference between a bartender and a
bartender and mixologist.
Now it's good to be able to be both, and
It's awesome.
so, but then one is taught, and the other one is, it's more of a creative
You
kind
have-
of thing. You
yes.
have to be either born with it, or you gotta go and learn it.
Yeah, you also kind of go
with
home,
experience.
and you also go home and kind of like create your
You
own
can have as a bar
signatures, right?
manager, maybe you can have the best team ever that you're gonna find in any restaurant. But the bar manager can be a mixologist, so
Right.
your team they are following your rules,
Right.
and there is no way that something bad is gonna happen over there. So everything's gonna be great over there because they have the knowledge, because they're following his rules. So
Right.
that happens in a lot of places over here when we are following the rules with somebody who knows what they're doing.
Right. Where do you rather work? In the fast nightlife or in the slow,
Like in a
more
hotel
exclusive?
lobby bar, in a very good hotel.
What, you want me to choose something or?
Yeah, no. I mean, you don't have to say which one. I'm just
Well,
saying.
why are you asking me what I prefer?
Where do you feel more comfortable? Where do you make more tips? Where do you get paid better? Where do you feel happier?
Let's say you feel yourself as a professional more stable, and the day life, like working as a bartender as in a hotel with other position, that you can maybe have another position more like
There's more growth.
professional, yes, but definitely you're gonna make more
More money
money
in the night.
in the nightlife as a bartender. Also,
You heard it here. Shishing.
So for those bartenders that graduated yesterday from bartending school, and now that they have that certificate in their hand, they have no idea where to go, you're telling them that, hey, if you want to make money because you need that money, go work at a bar, go work at a club.
of
That's where you're
course,
gonna
and
make
it's
that
sad, and it's sad to say because everybody wants to grow in this industry. So sometimes in the high season, our bar managers who gets paid as a salary
Right.
Oh,
get
Yeah.
super less more money than us.
Yes.
yeah.
So
And do they
Yes.
work more? No, they don't work.
yes,
They
they
work
work.
as
They
well.
work a lot.
Right.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
responsible. If it's
management does not necessarily make more money than the actual bartenders and waitresses.
By the way, I believe working as a bartender in a club, you end up that school, that experience definitely puts you in a learning.
You know
path,
what?
right?
You know
Like,
what?
that's
It depends. It depends because you cannot be. For example, I've been working as Smith and Walensky,
Okay.
and that's a very popular and it has a
Upscale.
lot of upscale restaurant, and like the whole USA since like more than 20 years ago, and they don't need that your resume says that you've been working in the nightlife with
Right.
a big crowd, fast
Yeah.
nightlife. That's not.
They're not-
They're
they're
not
looking for that.
interested in that. And I'm giving you this example as it can happen with other restaurants and upscales
Yeah.
like that. So, is what are you looking for?
Got it.
No?
Right.
And in the restaurant, you work the whole day and you can get paid more than in the nightlife, but it depends.
Yeah, it
where
really
you're gonna
depends
work.
what restaurant you're in, what nightclub you're in.
Exactly.
It all varies in that sense. Another thing is, Ico, you mentioned like if somebody after they've taken that course, and they want to go find a job and whatnot, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't even do the course, and they just start. They go to the places and they go, I'm a bartender. Somebody else taught me how to make some drinks. Or
But they get away with that?
I don't know if you remember. We interviewed somebody back in the day.
Play it off and get away with.
They
What?
get a,
How?
well, depends on where.
But
they're
how
gonna work.
old are you?
I mean, I've seen, for example, people be trained by another bartender on how to make 70% of the drinks that are going to be asked for at that specific place where they're going to work.
Got it.
Meaning, you're going to sell beer, you're going to sell black label on the rocks, or with water, and you're going to sell vodka tonic, vodka orange juice, or vodka cranberry, or vodka with two of those together. By the way, they're called this, they're called that, this is called that. And that's it. And
if they
after that, then these are the other special drinks that we have, which is this one, and this one. And they'll go, you know what, whatever, that's it. We're selling Sex on the Beach, we're selling the Kamikaze, and we're selling the whatever.
And if they ask for anything more, just come to me
and they'll say, oh, I ran out of whatever. And that kind of, so
Run out of?
sometimes. I'm not saying it's the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
I've just seen it too many times, which is not good, because there will always be that one client that comes and wants to get good,
No, and not only good in that,
drink.
I think
tastes different from this bartender versus that other bartender.
No, but I also think it's not good because
right, I know. What do you
those
mean?
people are not, I guess, knowledge in the responsibility aspect of it. They have no right because
control of the bar. Let's say the bar manager. At the end of the night, they're looking at the inventory, for example. I'm sure that bartender is not going to have the right inventory at the end of the night as to the drinks that they sold.
It depends on the place, always.
Right. Well,
and it depends on. Listen, this is very delicate. This I know is sometimes like you say, but it depends of the management. It depends. It depends on the management. It depends on the place. It depends because if you, as a bartender, like a supervisor, and you get something when you enter into your shift, you have to give him something when you close.
I mean, there's
one
thing
that's
you're
your
saying.
money.
One thing you're saying there that I agree 100% with, and it does not matter how many employees you're running. It is a reflection of the manager, mainly that general manager, which fades into that bar manager who's taking care directly of the staff, like the bartenders or mixologists. And with that said, it usually happens that they will blame, that was this person or that person. But in the end, their sole responsibility, as a bar manager or GM, is to make sure that they're doing the job.
Yes,
right.
exists very good, very big difference between the day life and the nightlife as a bartender, because in the clubs, for example, they for them we are like a number. So who makes more sales? So if you are Mariana, you are Catalina, and you are Rosie, so the competition here is healthy, but we have to sell, and we don't know if you as a if you have to give this to the promoter or give the drink, it's because maybe you sell a bottle or something that it wasn't in the plan, or something that. But as a bartender, that you're making more money for the establishment.
Right.
That you're making
for the
money.
staff, for your bus boy and all that.
Of course. So at the end, they're gonna see yourself. They're gonna see your number when the business is closed, when the club is closed. You go with your report.
Right.
And your report says that you make this and net sales.
Right.
So
let me ask you a question. What do you think is fair when it comes to giving away free drinks, let's say from a bartender? And I know it's a delicate subject because anybody could be out there listening that's maybe who you work for right now or you worked for before, etc. Giving out free drinks is something that is part of the business. I think there should be some control, but not a complete, you gave one drink away and you are fired, that kind of thing, because it is a hospitality business. So nobody understands the clients more than the bartender or mixologist who's taking care of them. and understands maybe how many times they've been back to the place, understands how much they spend, etc. So the question is, what do you think is fair? Who should have this control? How much is too much, or how much is too little for that?
Well, actually, the client, customer, guest, depends on the place. We don't even care because him or her, they doesn't care if the drink is extra or not, if you are spending more in him or we are give it to him for free. So if we are doing that, is because we know, and yes, he has a control. He has something that our management said, we have this, and this night you're just gonna give this quantity.
Is how many drinks you're allowed to give out.
And it has to be of this bottle. Right. It have to be of this bottle. As a gin, you can give 3 of these, and 3 of that, and 3 of that. So, but they have a quantity of what we can, and also we put that in the system.
Right.
Yeah, we send that in the system. We put like, okay, Kevin came and we put 3 buckets, and we put that bucket, a house bucket, and we put it in the system as a come.
You should put it in this. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't.
Yeah, we too.
What happens if you don't?
What happens if you don't, and the manager say that you don't, or you drink it by yourself, or something like that happens? That all depends of the management, always.
You could get a write-up for that.
Of course, you can get it in the bar.
Be careful out there.
In the bar
it's
life,
a dangerous world.
in the bar life, you can get rid of a lot of things, not just for giving drinks.
Right.
It's just get the tips.
Yeah.
It's not getting the proper conversation with the guests. Not being.
It's hard.
Your presentation.
So if you remember,
how do you want to serve?
On our first interview with Eduardo Gato as a GM, he mentioned one thing, and it's that when you are a manager, probably the best thing to have been doing before is probably being in every position if you can. But being a bartender before you are a manager is super important because you understand how many ways you can cheat.
Oh yeah, totally.
The system, and by that meaning, now as a manager, I know what you're doing. I know the bills you have under there. I know how you're counting your tips. I know those drink tickets, what they mean. I'm watching you on the camera. I know what you're actually putting in the system and what you're not. There's many ways to cheat. There's many ways, but then there's ways to not cheat and still make more money without giving, by still giving drinks away. But the drinks that you're giving away, having some control over that. So I know that there's a safe place in the middle where both parties are going to be happy, or all 3 parties are going to be happy. Ownership, management and staff, and the clients. You know what I mean?
Yes, and they know. The owners always know what we're doing.
For sure, 100%.
Of course, because they're the ones who are spending money in the league.
So for that new bartender, do you give that person advice to, how much is too much conversation? Like, what's do you time your conversations, or do you go in there like?
It depends how busy you are.
Okay.
It always depends how busy you are.
So if you're very busy, hey bartender, new bartender,
try to
not
do
to
the
talk
best
so much.
Yeah.
Just try to keep it going.
No.
So basically, look at it this way: the fastest service you need, meaning more nightlife, more club. The more common drinks you want to be selling.
Yes.
The slower service you want to get.
Doing at in the right way.
Right. Still.
Because let's say you don't even know how to sell a simple vodka cranberry.
Right.
And
by the way,
because I'm your friend and I'm the bartender, I'll serve you something super strong with just a splash of.
By the way, vodka cranberry orange juice. What is that called?
If you're paying me.
Vodka cranberry orange juice. What is that called?
Madras.
So the Madras. What is the measurement?
Madras.
Because that's one. Yeah, the Madras is. What is the measurement for that drink?
No, it'll be like a splash of cran, a splash of orange juice. That there is no measurement in the cran and the 2 juice. But for the vodka, it'll be an ounce or an ounce and a half.
I love that drink. It tastes great.
It is.
It's one of the most, and I asked for it because a lot of people don't know the name of it.
Madras,
they say vodka, orange juice, cranberry. they don't say mattress. A lot of people do know the
screwdriver.
The screwdriver, which is
so that was called a mattress.
Mattress, yes.
Mattress, yeah.
Mattress.
But there is a lot. I mean, people know, like Grasshopper, for example,
Grasshopper.
Pink Lady, Tom Collins, or a lot of stuff.
Right.
I mean, there is.
If you're in a hotel, you probably get those names called more than in a nightclub.
Of
in a nightclub,
course.
they will say what they want, the exact, liquor with.
We don't even care, and if in the nightlife they ask for a Tom Collins, because it's not something that make you. It's gonna give a lot of time to you.
Right.
But if they
What is a
ask
Tom
for a margarita at 3 a.m., come on, or at
Do you serve them a margarita?
Long Island at 3:30 a.m. with
Give
a
it to
lot
them.
of-
Marian, what is the worst thing that's happened to you in the nightlife industry?
Oh, what do you want? An example, an experience?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something?
just
Yeah.
your
Okay,
worst,
let's
worst
say
or
in
your
one
worst
of
experiences.
one of my last place. I was trying to be super cool with the people because they were spending a lot of money, and I was like they were talking to me, and they were trying to stay with me at the bar when they was having an option to go to the table. So they spent all the money with the champagnes and everything over there, and it was more than the $3,000 over there with me.
Right. Wow.
So
$3,000 one client at the table at the bar is a lot of money.
in 2 hours, and it was just like 10 p.m. So for me, there was a challenge because the club will be open until 5.
Right.
So at that time, I'll be doing my money.
Right.
And the money for the business.
Right.
Also.
You already had calculated. That's it. I'm
Right. So the house
Everything.
should be
I'm good.
happy, the client should be happy, and you're definitely happy.
And the place at that time, that was the money that we made in the whole night, and I was
Right.
doing that just in 2 hours at 10 p.m. Not even the club that was open.
Right.
So they were expecting more people, and there were like 5 or 6 girls and 3 guys.
Okay.
One of the girls were super nice to me. You're so cute. You're so this and that.
One of the girls
One of the girls in the group.
in the group. Okay.
So, you have to like be nice with them. Yes, of course. Can you put a little bit of pineapple? And if they're spending so much money, so the juice for the owners doesn't matter. Of
course.
A little bit of this or
little
that. Even a Red Bull or something,
Right.
So I did this, and okay, let's take a picture. Can you take us a picture? And we were super nice with them.
Took the picture.
So she said, "Oh my God, I like your blouse. I mean, your T-shirt and your uniform or whatever." And I said, "Oh, thank you very much. Okay, can you come over here?" "No, I cannot go outside of the bar." And
I'm trying to figure out where this is going.
Yeah, this is good.
yeah, and she said, "No, I'm coming." And she was with his partner, with
the
her
music.
partner.
Okay.
So she told me, "Okay, nice boobies, nice boobies."
Oh.
Like that, nice boobies.
Shirt.
Okay.
Nice movie.
And I said,
This is definitely not a hotel lobby.
Yeah.
No, those are in a nightclub.
Nightlife.
You can't even imagine. So,
Chapter
how many things are-
23.
Yes. And I said, "Thank you, mommy. You know what? Let's do. I'll get the parties, this and that, and the music." And attending the other people and like that. And one of the bottles broke over there. And I heard that with the music.
One of
and
their
everything.
bottles.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
One of them it broke, and I heard. And I called my bar back, and I told him, "Listen, I need this, I need your help. Something is gonna happen. Something is happening over there. La 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 la." And it was too. I mean, he took a lot of time to come with me, and I went there with my towel, my little towel, and everything to help.
to
Yes, and I went there. "Oh my God, I'm sorry," and this and that, and literally it was like this. "Oh, you here?" And she was like, "I know, I like you."
Oh man.
feel?
Like that.
It's the
And
first time
literally,
in the show that I've been.
I'm sorry. It feels good. I know what it feels. What she feels.
Yeah.
No, but
So what?
yeah.
Okay, so she grabbed you.
She grabbed me like, but bad.
Oh wow.
And she grabbed me.
What do you do at that moment?
Yeah.
No, I was super mad. Like, oh, and I cannot tell you because
you got upset.
Interview is gonna end. Yeah.
But so did she hurt you when she grabbed you, or did you just didn't like the fact that she grabbed you?
No, she didn't hurt me.
Oh, okay. All right.
But she just told me,
No,
that's it.
Yeah,
disrespectful. The issue is it is nightlife. There's a lot of liquor involved, and there's a lot of people out there that actually encourage this kind of disrespect. There's venues that actually do that. Having a good time, smiling, enjoying, dancing.
I gave them a check.
Oh, you gave them right there.
I gave them a check. I closed the tab and I told them, you know what? I need you guys to get out of the club.
Oh wow!
And that's it.
And was security there after? Like
as a bartender, you have the authority to sell the liquor that you want to sell, to know if you're too drunk to still drinking.
Yeah. Right. To deny service to anybody you wish to do so.
Even if your boss tell you yes or no, so it's your responsibility. It's just like if your license is your thing. So that time I told them,
you're out of here.
Yes, like that.
That was the worst experience you had.
So that's a downer.
Wow.
Now
that sucked. If we would have been there, we would have threw that person out.
Seriously. All right, Marian. So every episode we try to end it with a little segment called the Night Father. In this case, the Night Mother. Being in the industry, and being a mother. I understand you are a mother. You have 1, 2, 3.
One child.
Thank
you.
One child.
Being a mother with one child.
His name is Sebastian.
Sebastian, what's up?
So because Ico has 4, I got 3.
Yes.
There's a lot of kids in the sofa. How hard is it? Having those kinds of experiences.
It is. And some people judge you because you're working in a nightlife. But let me tell you something. I choose to work in a nightlife because I have the whole day to spend with my son.
Oh, awesome.
First of all. So I choose to work in a nightlife because it's the only time that my son will be with his eye closed and sleeping.
Oh, cool.
So
it's a good way to think about it.
Nice. That's a good thing to think about. A lot of people see it the other way around, and I'm not going to have time to spend with my kids. And you know why that is? It's because you work the night and then you sleep all day. But
some people don't.
Kids,
well, yes.
you can't sleep anymore.
Yeah,
but that's a beautiful thing. Being able to spend more time with them during the day because they're sleeping at night while you're working, making the dough.
Of course, when you're in this country, most of the time you don't have the support. Right. Your family is in other countries. So you prefer to work in the nightlife, and if that what you're doing, if you're doing what you love,
yes.
So it's not a sacrifice for you.
There you go.
That's awesome.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you
we
for
learned
being here.
Today, a lot of terms and a lot of stuff. I'm ready to.
Hey, I was harassed and everything in the show.
Me too.
What to do with
Me too. I need one more Cusqueña, please.
More
so
Cusqueña.
Guys, remember, get the book on Amazon.
Yes.
You find us on
Podomatic.
On Podomatic, on iTunes, Spotify, on YouTube, on Facebook, nightlifeentrepreneurs.com/podcast, and you can find me on Instagram, the Nightlife Entrepreneur, and at LMG Miami.
You can find me at Ico Taps Beer and also at the Raw Food and Wine Festival. Don't forget to ask for Cusqueña. Thank you very much, Cusqueña.
And
where can they find you?
I know. And I will tell you through my Instagram where you're going to find me.
Yes.
Marian Kokko. Kokko is Kokko on Instagram.
All right.
There we go.
See you guys next week.
Peace and love.
Coño, gracias.